Okay, I don't know if you can hear us over the freeway noise.
Freeway's right there.
We're gonna go see Lion Energy and meet with their reps. So here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Sean, we saw Sean last night.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
You guys, you made it down all right?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. We're so glad to have you guys here to our humble abode. Welcome.
Thanks.
Well, thank
it's
you.
great to be here.
We tried to get the sun and the clouds to work in conjunction so we get you some good weather, beautiful mountains out there,
And some solar for our batteries.
and some solar for your batteries.
Yeah.
Well, how can we help you today?
Well, let's sit down and talk batteries and products.
That'd be awesome. We've got some tremendous solutions that we think will help really change the way the world uses energy, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Individuals, families, organizations, no matter who they are,
Yeah.
people need to be able to have power with them to power their devices, CPAP machines, RVs, computers, communication devices, all kinds of stuff. And we'll be happy to show you what we have.
3, 2, 1, action.
We're here at Lion Energy with Sean Sterland. And Sean, first of all, you've got a whole wall of products here.
Yeah.
We came in to talk to them about their lithium batteries, which we have in our rig. We've got 8 of their UT1300 batteries, which are these batteries, and we're going to talk about them in some more detail. But you've got some other products here that we had no idea.
Yeah.
Can you share those?
Sure, happy to. A lot of people are using the batteries, these 1300s, in their RVs and such, which is great. Sometimes people use them for outbuildings. But our philosophy really, Jim, is you've got to get power to the people where they need it, when they need it. And so we have a wide range of products, from handheld power banks to batteries. What you're seeing here is kind of a setup for inverter systems, battery charger, lithium battery charger, charge controllers. This is a little model of a larger system. So we go anywhere from small all the way up to a large commercial grade energy storage system. So it allows people to have energy where they need it, when they need it, and to be able to use it however they need it. Over on this side, and we'll see some of this in a minute, we also have solar generators in different sizes. And then on the far end of this wall, we actually have all of our smaller stuff, our portable power banks. So you can put them in your pocket, take them with you backpacking, wherever you want to go. So the whole idea is power where and when you need it.
So give us a little background, if you don't mind, on Lion Energy itself.
Yeah, great question. So we started in the early 2000s as part of another organization about emergency preparedness. And we had more and more customers ask us, besides food and water, what else can we get from you guys, including power? And so we started building energy storage devices to provide them power. And formally in 2014, we actually incorporated as a separate entity, but we were doing a lot of our stuff through private label. So we build a lot of stuff for people that put their brand on it, even though we're building it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then finally in 2017, we decided it's time for us to probably say, hey, we're Lion Energy. So we came out with our first product. It was a predecessor to this one, and it was well received on the marketplace. And we just started growing and growing and growing and growing from there. And so you see all the things that we have available for folks with energy storage needs.
Well, we've had your 1300 battery in our previous rig, our previous DRV. We had 6 of them because we had an RV refrigerator. And then we moved into our current rig, and it's got a residential refrigerator. So we added 2 more batteries. So we've got 800 amp hours plus of your batteries in our rig. And well, they're out there charging right now under the sun.
And you know what's nice about that is the sun's given a renewable source of energy. It's clean, it's silent, it's safe. There's no fumes, there's no gas, there's no smell, so it makes it really nice that way. And like you just suggested, you can start where you want as far as how many, and you can always expand from there depending upon your needs. So you can kind of get started and then expand as you want.
Right. So what are some of the other items that Lion Energy provides to the consumer?
Yeah, so in addition to the RV batteries, we also have what we call solar generators. We have 3 different types, if you will, kind of a small, medium, and large. These are units that have a built-in inverter system. It has everything that you need, so you can just plug it in. If you think about like a gas-based generator,
Yeah.
except for these are all safe, silent, and renewable because they're lithium iron phosphate battery based, so you don't have the noise or the fumes or any of that stuff, but it's kind of the same thing. So you can do things like, I can power a CPAP machine if I want to through the night, don't have to listen to the noise. I can do my TV, my communication devices. I've got a son that uses this down in their unfinished basement, and he uses it for his work because he has no electricity down there, and so he just runs a solar cord out, extension cord with the solar panels, and we have some of those. So we have kind of a medium size, this is a little bit larger size, so it just depends on people's needs for solar generators so they can take power with them wherever they want.
Okay, so this is something that I want to explain. Kelly told me 3 or 4 years ago, we need a solar generator.
Yeah.
I said, what the heck is a solar generator, right? Can you explain just a little bit more on the background of the solar generator?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people were using gas-based generators, and we call it a generator because it's more familiar with people, right? But it's really an energy storage system. And what we're doing is we're taking energy from one source, let's say solar panels, the sun, maybe hydro, wind, whatever it might be, and we're taking that energy and putting it inside of one of these units. It's like a generator in the sense that it has the power then that you can use to actually go out and power whatever things you want to. So it's not technically generating something, but you're using the sources like the sun and others to bring the energy inside of it. And it's easier to call the solar generator because that's part of how we get the energy here.
Okay, but there's no solar panels built into the tops of these, for
Correct.
instance, to draw the sun to power them
Correct.
up.
So what you would do is you would plug in your solar panel. We have portable panels to do that. So you can use it to power from the wall to recharge and get energy in it.
So I could plug it in at home.
You can plug it in. So for instance, this one has a built-in cord, right?
Okay.
That you just plug into the wall, and it's going to generate from empty to full. It will store in as little as 90 minutes. Then if you want to, you can take a solar panel, plug it in, or multiple solar panels, and have the sun take that energy and put into it and store it. And depending upon how many watts you have on your solar panels, let's say you have 600 watts, you can again charge this from empty to full in as little as 83 minutes. So it's different ways to take energy and put into it that allows you then to use the power. And we call it a solar generator because a lot of times people use the sun to put the energy in.
Okay, so you've got a smaller version?
Yep.
And this is?
This is a little bit bigger version. So this one is what we call the Safari ME. So it has a 2,000 watt inverter. It's kind of going through its cycle, its life cycle, and then we're getting ready just to introduce a new one. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at a new one if we can. Is that all right?
That's good.
So
I'm just
going to grab and pull it over here. So this one's kind of the replacement. You can see it's just a little bit bigger than this one, but this one has 3,000 watts of an inverter in there, so you can pull out a lot of power at a time. It's got multiple outputs just like the predecessor does, and this one's getting ready to release in the next couple of months, and this will be a really nice one.
3,000 watt inverter
3,000
built into this. That's the same thing we've got in our coach. So you could run the microwave, you could run the coffee maker, simultaneously actually.
Yep. Do all your slide outs, do everything you need to, and then because it's portable, if you want to throw it in the back of your vehicle and take it down to the beach, you know, and do something on the beach, maybe a grill down there right on the seaside, or maybe you want to go down to the park. So there's different ways you can take this with you, not just do it in your RV, but you can take it with you.
So you could have a dance party. You could do the lights, you could do the stereo.
You and I probably don't want to dance, yes, but yeah, you could do that.
But you could. So our daughter and her family just purchased a new travel trailer, bumper pull travel trailer.
Yeah.
They could realistically, if I'm hearing you correctly, they could charge this up at home, plug it into the garage. The morning that they leave, they unplug it, throw it in the trailer, get to their campsite. Could they plug their rig into this?
Yeah, so all they need is an adapter, right? A pigtail. So you're going to put your adapter into the plug into our 110 outlets right here.
Okay.
And then you can power pretty much most everything in your bumper pull. It's probably get a little too much with AC requirements, but you can even use some of that.
But if they're camping, they don't use the AC anyway.
But all the rest of it, you're good to go. Slide outs, microwaves, TVs, lights, all that stuff that you would want to use.
Okay.
That would power.
Okay.
So we have some that we call solar generators as well. We even have a smaller one. So if you look at kind of the size, you've got kind of the small, medium, and larger version. This one also has an AC plug on it
Oh, wow.
as well. It's super lightweight. It also, one of the nice things about the smaller one is you can take this on an airplane with you.
Oh, no kidding.
So you don't have
So
to
I
worry
can throw
about
it in my carry-on?
You can take it with your carry-on, yeah. So you have the power with you whenever you need it.
So I could run my laptop
Yep.
on a long flight. I could charge my phone.
Yep.
I could. Huh.
And then when you hit the ground, you're good to go because you've got power still, and you don't have to worry about, oh, where am I going to get my next source of power from? In other words, you're not tethered to the wall, right? You don't have to worry about where's my outlet that I can charge up. Even at the airport, right? Maybe your phone's a little bit low or your laptop's a little low. Remember those little stations now by most chairs?
Yeah.
Those get filled up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You pull this one out, plug your laptop in, plug your phone in, you're charging away and not have to be tethered to a wall.
And how much battery does this hold?
So this one has almost 100 watt hours, so just under 100 watt hours. That's what the limit is to
Okay.
be able to take on a plane.
Okay.
This one also with this AC output, that's 150 watts that you can push out at a time, or combine them with the USB or USB-C outputs as well.
Okay.
So that's a really, really nice one. So kind of think small, medium, and large.
Right.
And then we have some smaller ones, a couple of portable power banks. So here's a couple ones. This is one of my personal favorites. So we'll talk about that one for just a second. These are wireless charging, so I can put my phone on here, my AirPods, and my watch and charge them all at once
Oh, no kidding.
without having to use wires. Or if you like being connected, on the end here, you can pull this little pad open and you can connect in through USB or
Oh.
USB-C. And the great thing about that one, let's say I want to go out somewhere else, I can put it in my pocket. I might be gone for a few days, I want to use my phone several times. Well, over time that battery's going to run down, right, on your
Right,
phone.
right.
I can charge a phone up to 10, 12 times with this unit.
Oh, no kidding. From
Yeah.
empty to full?
From empty to full. I can even run a laptop through the USB-C so I can power my laptop. So
Okay.
I've got at my house, sometimes I work from home, Jim, and I've got this table in my kitchen area, it's a round table. My outlets are too far away, so I actually use this to power my laptop and my phone while I'm working from my home office and my Wi-Fi system.
So
that
you
I
don't
can
have
keep-
cables running
I
across
don't-
the floor?
Yep. My wife doesn't like tripping, for some reason,
I
go
don't
figure,
get it.
right?
Yeah.
So that's a really nice one. Then here's a little smaller one. And this one is similar to that one, just a little less capacity, but also has a built-in flashlight and a lamp so that you can actually turn this on and have it illuminate outward. So this one's a really nice one, depending upon which size you go. The small one that I showed you a moment ago,
Yeah.
this one and that one, these are about the same amount of energies, but they just serve a little bit different purpose because this
Okay.
one again has the AC.
Okay.
All three of these you can take on an airplane.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can do that
Okay.
really nicely as well, take power with you when you want it to use.
This would be a good. I've heard them called power bricks. Is
Yep.
that similar?
Power bricks, sometimes they're called power banks. They're used interchangeably. That's a smaller units to give you a source of power for the smaller devices that you want to power.
This would be really good for our side-by-side.
Yeah, take it with you
Yeah.
on the road. Yeah, just toss it in. If you're sitting driving down the road in your rig, right, and you want to get some extra power, just set them on the dashboard. That's no problem, and use them that way too. So a lot of uses for really the energy where you want it, when you want it, and it's not just always about an RV battery. Although we have a great solution for you there, it's really about getting it, the power to you where you need it, when you want to use it, and make it really easy to use.
Okay.
So that's kind of, we've expanded ourselves beyond just the lithium
Oh, yeah.
batteries for RVs. A lot of competitors don't do that. They focus on one specific thing. We really focus on our customers on helping them get the energy when and where they want it
In a short period of time.
in a short period of time. Yep.
Okay.
And the nice thing about it too is we're all based here in Utah. So all of our customer service is here. You can reach out to us anytime you want to. You can talk to us on the phone or in person like you guys have come in today. We love having people come by. All the data that we have is all stayed here in the U.S., so you don't have to worry about it being overseas or shipped overseas. Everything we try to do is based here. We've got a few of our partners that we actually use overseas, but we're even bringing that here to the United States as well in the coming months. So everything will be U.S. based, all of our solutions. Right
Okay.
now, most of it is, but we're bringing the rest of it here as well.
Okay. So where can people learn more about these different items? Because we kind of covered them pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? We love providing education so people can learn and get their own knowledge and make good decisions. On our website is a great place for that, lionenergy.com. We also do a lot through our affiliate programs, other people. We do a lot through reviews, etc. So there's just a lot of ways digitally to get that. They're always welcome to come here as well. So here in Utah, if you're just south of Salt Lake City passing through, stop by. We're happy to help with that.
Okay.
We do a lot of events as well. So physically, we're out at roughly about 300 shows with some of our retail partners each year.
Okay.
And then we do our own shows with other groups, about 45 of those a year. So there's just a lot of ways to get more information about how you can get energy where and when you want it, and more about our products that way too.
And you've got what I would call, and there's probably a better name for it, but we're staying in their parking lot. They were kind enough to let us stay in their parking lot for a couple of nights while we're looking at their products. So you have some power bank trailers outside too, don't you?
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned yet. Remember I said we go from very small portables like this through what you see here, all the way up to whole home systems, so you can actually have energy for your home for backup purposes, or maybe you want to shift some of the usage, time usage, so that you're using just the energy storage when it costs you the most for energy storage, so the utility companies aren't charging as much, and you charge those during the down times. So we do home energy storage, but the one you're referring to out in our parking lot is actually what we call a container system.
Okay.
So we go all the way up to a full containers so that you can power buildings, commercial or industrial, or even utility companies we work with to help get them back online when the power goes down as well. All of that is all based here in our Utah headquarters.
Okay, so we could have you bring your trailer systems out while we're shooting videos out boondocking, right?
Well, yeah, if you've got a big enough rig to pull those out there, we can do that for you too. But let's start with some of the easier stuff, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about small, medium, large, larger, smaller. And we've talked about the RV batteries. And we've talked about your trailer pack, if you will. Can you go, is it okay to talk about your home use unit that you guys have been working on so hard? And
oh yeah, I'd love to, because what our philosophy is that every building in the United States ought to have their own source of energy so they can rely on that and not be so dependent upon the grid. You know, we've had some challenges with the grid. It's an older technology. We've got blackouts, brownouts, etc. And so to have your own source of energy in your home, to be able to run your home, is something we love to do. We call it the Lion Sanctuary. You know, that personal space that you're going to be at and have all that energy you need to. I think it's a good time for us to probably introduce Brian Nelson, who's one of our experts on that sanctuary system, and have him talk a little bit more about it.
Let's do that. All right, so Sean, we really appreciate Sean going over some of the smaller solar generators and the RV batteries. Lion Energy, we've discovered, has got, as Sean mentioned earlier, what they call the sanctuary system. And Brian, you are kind of the go-to guy on this sanctuary, aren't you?
Well, the sanctuary is one of the main reasons I came to Lion Energy in the first place. I actually come from the hunting and fishing industry and was meeting with the owners of this company on a totally different topic, and they started talking about what they had in development, and it was a large part of why I even came here.
Okay.
So I actually have this system on my own home.
Okay.
This system that you have here, we actually power our entire front office with. So we have a 10K solar array on the roof. We have 3 of our sanctuary inverters and 5 of the sanctuary batteries.
Oh wow.
And so this system is very expandable. It can be standalone, smaller, for a smaller home or an RV.
Okay.
I know I kind of cheated a little bit. RV, we're working on an RV system for you. So, and then it can be expanded all the way up to, I think the latest home we just quoted was for a very large 20,000 square foot home that was going to do 4, 3, and 6 systems. So it was going to be 12 inverters and 24 batteries. So it's very expandable and very customizable.
So let's talk about the standard sanctuary.
Yep.
What's involved?
Right, the standard sanctuary is comprised of an inverter. We actually refer to this as a hybrid inverter. Built into this box is an MPPT charge controller for your solar. So very efficient solar system for charging your battery. It has a generator port and also generator control, so it can auto start and shut down a generator system.
Okay.
It has obviously the battery banks that it controls is built in, and then an 8K inverter. And then obviously by paralleling multiples together, you can add more inverted power to your system. So we like to tell people that this is designed to be on grid if you're a standard grid connected home. It can also be off grid. We've done several videos with YouTube folks doing off grid homesteads.
Okay.
It can be net metered, which is where the power company pays you back for solar you sell back to the grid. It can also be non-net metered. Where I live, the power company doesn't pay me back. So all the extra solar I generate during the day, I store in my batteries and then use on site when the sun goes down.
Okay. Now, I see another huge use for these, and that's power outages during an ice storm or a thunderstorm that comes through and knocks out power. I mean, we're always seeing that all over the country. Is that a good use for this?
Absolutely. In fact, when we're helping folks size this system for their home, one of the questions we ask, you go through the all the obvious questions: how much energy do you use? How much sun do you have? How much solar do you want to put on your roof? We help them size all of that. But one of the questions we always ask is, how long do you want to be able to run the system with the grid down?
Okay.
So when you are in that situation of a natural disaster, a lot of times that also means no sun or limited sun.
True.
And so the battery system can be sized up to give you more hours of usable energy in the case of an emergency.
Okay.
In fact, in my home, even the standalone, what I'll call the standalone energy on it, I will program this during the day to let the battery go down to a certain percentage, but no lower, only so that when the grid goes down, I always have that buffer to kick in and cover.
Nice. Okay. And you say this is actually live and running the front office?
This is actually live running the front office. You see it says normal right there. All three are running, all the lights that are on here. If we were to go out and throw the breaker right now, you wouldn't even see a flicker. The automatic kickover is very, very quick. So.
Okay.
I think the important thing to know is that these are safe systems. In the past, there's really been that fear of, I can't put batteries inside my home. Traditionally with the lead acid, they off-gas, they have some of those issues, and you always wanted them outside in an outbuilding or somewhere vented. And then there became the fear of fire, with some of the battery chemistries that were the early lithiums that were prone to burning up and thermally running away, having a thermal event. These are all lithium iron phosphate. Lithium iron phosphate does not have the thermal runaway that some of those other ones do. In fact, all of our systems meet what's called the UL 9540A standard, which means these are suitable to be inside your home. They need to be in a non-living space. You don't want it in your bedroom next to your bed, but in a utility room, in a basement, in a garage. All of that is just fine. So we made all the stringent UL codes to make that happen.
So the electric scooters, the electric skateboards that you see popping off sparks and fire that you see on the news, and the news goes crazy about this, all of your products are a whole different
chemistry.
Okay.
We do have some of the very smallest products still use some of the cobalt-based batteries, the NCM or NCA style batteries, but only our very smallest product. We've gone to lithium iron phosphate on almost everything now.
Okay. And I think that's a good segue into your battery types.
Yes.
What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's go look at them.
Okay, we're going to stop this video right here. We gave a lot of information.
So many cool things out there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, after this, we sat down with Brian and Sean and discussed lithium battery technology. And we're going to share that next week.
We're going to call it Lithium 101.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to sit down with these guys, and Kelly was there too, but I got to geek out with these guys over lithium technology. They went into some really neat explanations on the lithium battery industry as a whole.
I had no idea how many products that they had that you could use.
Yeah, when we made this appointment, we were going to tour their facility and talk about their RV batteries, the UT1300.
We were shocked.
I had no idea they had so
Pleasantly
many
shocked.
products. Yeah, they've got a lot of neat products, and we just had to share them with you. They were just too cool not to share. So anyway, come back next week and we can geek out together. Lithium 101 next week.
I'm even geeking out here. And this is not my thing, but it is now.
It is pretty cool. Just a wonderful, wonderful company, and we're happy to show you guys about the lithium battery industry. So we're going to wrap this one up, and just remember,
It all starts with an idea.
turn those ideas into reality and make some memories, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.